Georgia is more than just a dot on the map. It's a land of incredible diversity and surprises. Did you know Georgia is home to the world's deepest cave? Or that it's the birthplace of wine, with a tradition that dates back 8,000 years? From ancient cities to stunning landscapes, Georgia is full of hidden gems waiting to be discovered. Stay with us as we dive into some of the most astonishing facts about this fascinating country. Number 1. The world's deepest cave is found in Georgia. Krubera Cave, also called Voronya Cave, is located in Georgia and is famously known as the deepest cave in the world. Extending to an impressive 7,208 feet, 2,197 meters, it descends deep into the earth, resembling a secret underworld. Picture yourself entering a maze of rooms and passageways, with some being extremely narrow and others leading to huge cathedral-esque areas embellished with breathtaking formations crafted over thousands of years. This wonder of nature is not only notable for its depth, but also showcases the determination and inquisitiveness of adventurers who boldly delve into its shadows to reveal its secrets. In spite of its impressive depth, Krubera Cave continues to uncover previously unknown species of creatures adapted to cave life and geological formations that make us reconsider what is hidden underground. Number 2. Slavery was originally prohibited in Georgia. Were you aware that slavery was initially banned in Georgia? This is one of the unexpected truths about this famous state. During the early 1700s, James Oglethorpe had an ambitious vision for Georgia, known as the Oglethorpe Plan. Contrary to other colonies at that time, Georgia was established as a haven for small farming families who could thrive without using slave labor. This marked a significant divergence from the standards of the time. The dream finally came true in 1733, when the ship Anne arrived at present-day Savannah. Georgia was established as a colony without slavery, demonstrating a forward-thinking position against the common practice of using enslaved labor. Nevertheless, this forward-thinking position was short-lived. Only 16 years later, in 1749, the prohibition on slavery was removed. Georgia's attempt at being a colony without slavery ended when economic pressures and the needs of plantation farming resulted in the use of enslaved workers. This change greatly impacted Georgia's growth and its position in the larger scope of American history. The original ban on slavery underscored Georgia's distinctive origins and the values it previously embraced. Number 3. Coca-Cola was invented in Atlanta, Georgia. In 1885, Dr. John Pemberton, a pharmacist and Confederate colonel, concocted a mixture in Atlanta. Initially, it was not a carbonated beverage, but a medicinal tonic named Pemberton's French Wine Coca Nerve Tonic. Pemberton created it as a way to reduce his dependence on morphine, seeking a safer option. When prohibition laws became widespread in Georgia, Pemberton modified his recipe by eliminating the alcohol and producing a non-alcoholic variant of his tonic. This new addition was given the name Coca-Cola. The mixture of tastes and bubbles quickly became popular with residents looking for a revitalizing beverage. In spite of being well-liked, Pemberton encountered financial difficulties and ultimately handed over the rights to his invention in 1892 to Asa Candler, a shrewd entrepreneur from Atlanta. Under Candler's direction, Coca-Cola reached great success, becoming a worldwide sensation recognized for its unique flavor and iconic marketing. Currently, Coca-Cola is consumed worldwide, representing more than just a drink, but a part of cultural heritage originating in Georgia. The transformation from a regional remedy to a global phenomenon showcases creativity and determination. Number 4. A nuclear bomb was lost off the coast of Georgia in 1958. Were you aware that a nuclear bomb went missing near the Georgia coast in 1958? However, even more astonishing is the fact that it has yet to be discovered. During a standard training exercise near Tybee Island, Georgia, on February 5, 1958, a B-47 Stratojet bomber, known as B-47 EIVBW, experienced a significant mid-air event. It crashed into an F-86 Sabre fighter, causing the bomber's crew to maneuver defensively. In a sudden choice to avoid a massive explosion, the pilot took a bold action. He dropped a 600-pound nuclear bomb into the ocean near the Georgia coast. Although the bomb did not have its nuclear component armed, it was still equipped with regular explosives. The bomber crew miraculously landed their damaged aircraft safely, but the bomb vanished into the depths of the Atlantic Ocean. Despite years of searching, the lost bomb remains difficult to find, even after many efforts made since that day. Despite using advanced sonar technology and conducting extensive underwater surveys, the precise location of the bomb remains unknown to both the US military and civilian teams. The event showcases the difficulties and dangers of military operations from the Cold War era and the lingering enigmas of history hidden under the sea. Although the missing bomb is not currently dangerous, its vanishing acts as a signal of the lasting impact of Cold War conflicts and the continuous attempts to comprehend and lessen previous actions. Number 5. Georgia is the birthplace of wine. Picture this: more than 8,000 years in the past, in the southern region of Georgia, ancient farmers were already skilled at the craft of making wine. Indeed, you heard correctly, 8,000 years in the past. The early wine producers were innovative, making wine in large quantities as early as 6000 BC. The ancient Georgians were growing grapes and making wine while others were still using stone and bone tools, as shown by archaeological research. It's amazing to think that while numerous ancient cultures were just starting to establish themselves, Georgia was leading in a skill that would eventually spread worldwide. Skipping ahead to the present day, Georgia's long-standing winemaking culture remains strong. Georgian wine holds a distinct position in the viticulture world due to its special grape varieties and methods. From the rich valleys of Kakheti to the beautiful landscapes of Kartli, every region adds its unique flavors and methods to this traditional art. Number 6. Georgia has a history of blood feuds. In Georgia, a blood feud was not merely a phrase found in history textbooks, but rather a harsh truth in the past. Characterized by extended disputes between families involving a series of retaliatory murders, these feuds had their origins in long-standing customs and traditions. Picture a situation in which conflicts escalated into feuds stretching over multiple generations, with each instance of violence sparking the next in a never-ending cycle of tragedy. Even though they are now prohibited, these conflicts continued in certain areas of Georgia up until recent times. Frequently, they originated from disagreements concerning honor, property, or other complaints, seeking justice through personal revenge instead of official means. Although fading, this custom had a significant impact on Georgia's cultural scene by influencing local traditions and ideas about fairness. The presence of blood feuds in Georgia highlights the intricacies of traditional cultures and the lasting influence of customs. Even with attempts to eliminate them, remnants of these conflicts still reverberate in specific neighborhoods, providing insight into Georgia's diverse yet occasionally tumultuous history. Number 7. Georgia is home to a 6,000-room cave city. Situated in southern Georgia, Vartsia is not only a residence, but also serves as a fortress, monastery, and palace combined. Constructed in the 1100s, this amazing structure was a direct reaction to the danger of the Mongol Empire's attacks. Vartsia is not a typical city. It features more than 6,000 rooms, all intricately carved into the Erusheti mountain. What is contained within? Everything required for daily life and defense is available, from bakeries and wine cellars to churches and royal apartments. There is also a clever irrigation system that guaranteed access to water during sieges. Initially planned by Queen Tamar of Georgia, Vartsia functioned as a strategic fortress, providing shelter for monks and citizens in times of crisis. The construction took several decades, highlighting both the architectural wonder and the resourcefulness of the builders. Today, Vartsia remains a symbol of Georgia's long history and its strong character. It is more than just an underground city. It represents resilience and cultural legacy. Number 8. The world's most liberal visa policy. Georgia is attracting global attention with its impressive visa policy. Residents of 98 countries, which is almost 50% of all countries in the world, are allowed to visit Georgia and stay without a visa for up to a year. If you are coming to experience the lively culture, start a company, or simply enjoy the stunning scenery, Georgia is ready to greet you warmly. In contrast to most countries, which restrict visa-free visits to tourism, Georgia offers more opportunities. Once you're granted entry, you can not only visit but also reside, work, and learn, all without needing a visa or residency permit. This turns Georgia into more than just a popular destination for tourists, but also a sanctuary for entrepreneurs and students seeking fresh challenges. As per the World Bank, it is also rated as the 6th most convenient location globally for conducting business. Georgia stands out as a unique mix of cultural diversity and favorable economic conditions due to its open borders and business-oriented atmosphere. Number 9. A 75-year-old Georgian woman once cut off Armenia's internet for 12 hours. In a peaceful village close to Tbilisi, the capital of Georgia, an amazing event occurred. Introducing Aishtan Shakarian, a 75-year-old woman from Georgia, whose usual day of scavenging for scrap metal took a surprising twist. In 2011, while Aishtan was digging in her garden, she unexpectedly hit a fiber optic cable buried underground with her shovel. Unbeknownst to her, this cable was essential as it transmitted Armenia's internet connection. Picture this: a peaceful village, a resolute grandmother, and out of nowhere, Armenia, a completely separate nation, experiencing a massive 12-hour internet outage. The officials were puzzled when they discovered that the disturbance originated from Aishtan. It wasn't sabotage or a cyber attack, but instead an unintentional cut that resulted in a ripple effect crossing international borders. You may be curious, how can a single shovel disconnect a whole country's internet? Fiber optic cables are fragile and transmit large quantities of information through beams of light. A minor cut can interrupt the operation, and in this instance, it halted Armenia's online activities completely. Number 10. President George Bush survived an assassination attempt in Georgia. In 2005, President George W. Bush visited Georgia and attended a rally in the capital city of Tbilisi. This was not just an ordinary gathering, it was a significant event where thousands came together to commemorate freedom and democracy with their adored president, accompanied by Georgia's former president, Mikhail Saakashvili. However, in the midst of the cheers and excitement, a threat was present in the shape of Vladimir Arutyunian, a Georgian citizen with malicious intentions. While on stage with President Saakashvili, President Bush witnessed Arutyunian's actions. He threw a live hand grenade straight at the two leaders. Fortunately, the grenade did not detonate. Picture this: a grenade landed near President Bush and President Saakashvili, but didn't explode. It was a moment that had the potential to alter history in a split second, but instead, it ended up showcasing the strength and courage of those who were part of it. Vladimir Arutyunian, the person responsible for this frightening act, was quickly captured. He was held accountable for his crime and given a life sentence for trying to kill a sitting US president and the president of Georgia. Number 11. Georgia was home to the nation's first gold rush. Are you familiar with the California Gold Rush that took place in 1848? It has a lot of fame, correct? However, were you aware that almost 2 decades prior to that, Georgia was at the heart of the United States' inaugural significant gold rush? In 1829, prior to the gold rush drawing fortune seekers to the west, the Dahlonega Gold Rush started in North Georgia. Nestled in the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains, Dahlonega emerged as the focal point of this rush. Thousands of optimistic miners, attracted by the potential to become wealthy, rushed to this scenic area. Imagine men sifting through cold mountain streams and digging into the red Georgia clay, all in pursuit of the rare treasure of gold. The finding of gold in Georgia not only changed the terrain, but also led to quick growth. Towns quickly emerged, such as Auraria and Dahlonega, filled with miners, traders, and hopefuls from diverse backgrounds. Why is this significant? The gold rush in Georgia set the stage for a crucial event in American history. It wasn't only regarding gold, but also about the sense of exploration and the chase for potential in a budding country. Number 12. All the major lakes in Georgia were man-made. In Georgia, there are many lakes, such as Lake Allatoona, Lake Lanier, and Lake Rabun, that were not naturally formed, but instead built by people. These lakes are man-made bodies of water created for multiple uses, including supplying drinking water, generating hydroelectric power, and providing recreation options. Georgia has a scarcity of natural lakes because of its geological history, with glacier movements being the main factor in their formation. In contrast to the northern regions where glaciers influence the terrain, Georgia's lakes are mainly artificial reservoirs, showcasing human ingenuity and utilization of resources. Therefore, the next time you are appreciating a day at one of Georgia's beautiful lakes, think about the work put in by people to make them exist. The combination of natural beauty and human creativity in Georgia's lake landscapes is what sets it apart. If you found this fact fascinating, be sure to click the like button and subscribe for more interesting insights on Georgia and beyond. Until we meet again.